breathe. Hey, hey guys. Man, I wish it was like that here in Texas, but it's burning hot. But how are you guys doing? Good to see you. Welcome home, everybody. Pound it, bring it on in. You guys look fantastic as always. So today is the 12th. So let's go ahead and dive right on in and see what's going on today. So today is Raggedy Ann and Andy Day, Superman Day, Red Rose Day, Russia Day, and for you, all the food people, it is Jerky Day, Falafel Day, and National Peanut Butter Cookie Day. And lastly, National Loving Day. And speaking of loving, let's take a look at the most loving person ever. The one that is love itself, which we see in 1 John 4:8. It says, "He who does not love has not become acquainted with God, does not and never did know him, for God is love." Now, I'm not going to machine gun through every scripture in the Bible and every single word that mentions or shows is a representation of God's love or the love of God, because it would just take, well, all day. It would take a long time. We'll just say that, okay? And the Bible itself is just a love letter for you, to us. But let's see how God's love works. Now we're going to just go ahead and do a flyby at 2,000 feet. So this is going to be very quick, very fast, like I said, it's going to be a flyby. So barely even scratching the surface of what really God's love is. But I hope that you guys see a new aspect or see something a little bit different. So if we look a little further in 1 John, we also get the verse 16, which says this. Now this is the Amplified. "We know, understand, recognize, and conscious of by observation and by experience, and believe, adhere to, and put faith in, and rely on the love God cherishes for us." God is love, and he who dwells and continues in love dwells and continues in God, and God dwells and continues in him. So we are to abide in God's love, the love of God. And therefore, he can dwell and continue in us. Now this is a big, vast statement, and there's a lot to it, but let's go ahead and narrow it down here to this little thing. See, love is, what I really want to show is that love is sacrifice. It's putting someone else first place. We see this in Romans 5:8. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. We see this also in John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Now, meditating on that, we might say, sure, like how a parent does, or how like a parent with their kid, or your family, or friends, very close friends. And honestly, it's one of the closest examples of God's love. Especially as if you're a parent with a kid, they might do things that really annoy you, but yet you still love them for it. And again, we may do this for friends or people that we are close to, significant others. But what about people that we don't know that much about? Maybe the church family, or even a random stranger. Or what about somebody who's wronged you, who hurt you, broke your heart, broke your soul, who maybe we might even consider an enemy? God still calls us to love them. And how do we do that? Well, we sacrifice. We sacrifice our pain, we sacrifice our feelings to forgive them, to want what's best for them, and to still love them with the love of God. Now, I'm sure this might be all nice with big words, or well, not. It's just nice to say with all these words and such. But it's probably the hardest thing to ever do. But in layman's terms, that's God's love. Which is probably why really true love is one of the hardest things to find. Laying down your own thoughts and your own feelings for someone else. Even if they've wronged you. And even if they may be considered an enemy, we're still called to love them. I want to leave you with that thought, and meditate on it. That love is not just foo-foo, romantic-y, make-believe stuff that you see. I mean, it can be, don't get me wrong. But that's not just what love is. Love is also sacrifice. But love can hurt, really. And it looks like sacrifice. Sacrificing your own self for someone else. There's also a scripture in the Bible that says the greatest love is one who lays down his life for, some say brother, some say friend. But honestly, it's just lay down your life for anyone. Sacrifice. I hope you guys really go ahead and meditate. Just really that, love is not just... There's so much to love. But remember that love also, it hurts because it's something that matters and cares. I hope you guys get something out of that. And with that, guys, I love you. He definitely loves you. You are victorious. And you are the royalty in God's kingdom. I'll see you in the next video. Later! Man, that's pretty, huh?